happy weeks on the road, Mikel Arteta returns to his so far unbreached fortress with this 11. David Raya in goal, hasn't faced a shot on target in the last two league games. For that comfort he owes much to a back four which today is strengthened by the return of Piero Hincapié at left full back. Martin Odegaard and for the most part Declan Rice were kept from Tuesday's European game in Milan. Both of course start now. And up top between Saka and Trossard, it is time for Gabriel Jesus to step up. 2 European goals midweek and now his first Premier League start for 55 weeks. So Victor Gyökeres drops to the bench, Ricardo Calafiori still not involved, nor in this playing party is Kai Havertz. Well, after last weekend, why on earth would Michael Carrick change anything? He doesn't. In goal, Senna Lomans was relatively untroubled by Manchester City, so despite the return of Noussair Mazraoui from AFCON, there's no temptation to disrupt the back four. Luke Shaw, through all the regime change, remains ever present in the league. Nobody covered more ground for United last Saturday than Kobbie Mainoo. His partnership with the soon-to-depart Casemiro set free Bruno Fernandes, who has scored United's last 2 goals against Arsenal. Bryan Mbeumo's shot is up top with striking, so he keeps that job. Benjamin Šeško stays therefore on a bench to which Mazraoui does return.
Said earlier, it doesn't matter where they are, although they've both got huge incentives. This is one of the special, historic, iconic Premier League fixtures when Arsenal meet Manchester United. And let's remind you of the 2 starting lineups. 4 changes domestically for Arsenal. Hincapié, Saka, Trossard, and as we've been discussing most significantly, Gabriel Jesus all return. Jesus' first Premier League start in over a year means Victor Gyökeres is a substitute on a very strong-looking bench for Arsenal yet again today. Quite simple for Michael Carrick. He got that dream start in the Manchester derby, 2-0 against City, and it's exactly the same team today, and he does have a boost back from AFCON due to a course all the way to the final with Morocco. He's amongst their substitutes as well. Just on Kobbie Mainoo, incidentally, you two were debating this earlier on.
Now, Arsenal, for whom every dream is a possibility, united with fresh conviction and purpose. Today, this matters plenty. Well, after a couple of happy, more or less full strength, now young Max Baumann isn't available to them. Kai Havertz doesn't make the party today, and nor does Riccardo Calafiori, though he has been training with the squad. Arsenal actually trained on this surface here at the stadium. Jesus Martinez is across and wipes out ball rather than man. In any case, the flag was up.
Yeah, Argentina against Brazil, it was a blood and thunder tackle from Lisandro Martinez.
Jesus starting in the Premier League for the first time since the 4th of January last year, 55 weeks ago. Of course, the injury he picked up was in the FA Cup tie last January against Manchester United, which went to a penalty shootout.
Arsenal Manchester'ın oyununu tamашалауга келдік. Emirates stadionu. Arsenal'ga жеңіс тілейміз.
In at Emirates Stadium for today's big one. It's Arsenal versus Manchester United. It might not be the first versus second fixture that this used to be so often, but this game, it still matters to both sets of supporters. For Manchester United, an opportunity to build on that victory over Manchester City last weekend and continue their positive start under Michael Carrick with the hope of qualifying for next season's Champions League. For Arsenal, an opportunity to do the double over an old adversary, but also to re-extend that lead at the top to 7 points. This is a massive game. There's lots riding on it. It should be fun. It's Arsenal versus Manchester United. I'm on duty for BBC Radio London, here from Emirates Stadium. Kickoff is at 4:30.
Arteta has won 8 of 12 Premier League games against Manchester United. His first win was against